everyone, it's Gwen. Welcome back to my channel, and today is one of my favorite days of the year. As you guys can tell from the title, today is Spotify Wrapped 2024. I'm so excited. It came out a little bit late this year. Today is December 4th, and I feel like in the past it's usually come out like end of November, but I feel like with Thanksgiving being late, maybe that was part of what pushed it back, because I don't know, I feel like it hasn't been in December in many years. I don't know. But either way, I've been very much awaiting this, and I'm very, very excited. Something came out the other day on Twitter that was like, guess what your top artists are, and so I'm gonna read out what I tweeted with my guesses. I guessed Taylor Swift, Halsey, Stories So Far, State Champs, and Knuckle Puck. Those are who I guessed to be kind of my top in like that order. I'm like pretty confident that Taylor is my #1 because Eras Tour, I'm actually seeing her this coming weekend as I'm filming this in Vancouver, and so I've kind of been prepping for that show all year and listening to her and getting ready, so I'm expecting her to be my top. I'm pretty confident about that, especially with her new album coming out this year. I listened to that a ton, but otherwise I'm not sure. Those were my other guesses, as you just heard, and without further ado, let's just get on into this. You guys know how this works. I record this every year, where I first react to the little slideshow that they give me, and then they usually give me my top 100 songs of the year, and so I react to those as well. But let's just get on into this. All right, here we go. Literally, Taylor's playing already, and I'm here for it. Oh my gosh. Hi, Gwendolyn Brown. Hello. It's that time of year again. Wrap's ready, are you? I'm so ready. I'm so ready. Life moves fast. Ooh, we got some Stories So Far, which was a guess of mine. Luckily, we took notes. Oh, let's go. Okay, you listened for 34,347 minutes this year. Guys, I'm very proud of that number because it has been, my minutes have been dropping steadily. I think it was ever since 2021. 2021, I think I had like 50,000 minutes, which was crazy. And since then, it has dropped because I graduated college in 2022 and I wasn't really commuting for like school or anything anymore. And then I worked from home, so I wasn't commuting for a job. And that was where I like mainly listened to a lot of music, was commuting to school every day. And so my minutes have literally just been dropping since 2021. Last year they were the lowest they've ever been at 18,000, and this year I made like a conscious effort to make sure that I was listening to more music, and I listened to a lot while I worked, which really helped. Granted, a lot of that was like lo-fi chill stuff, obviously, but I just made sure that I was like keeping up with new albums and new artists and like things that I really wanted to, you know, make a priority in my life, which was music. And so I'm very proud of 34. Obviously, like we used to get higher. You know, back like 2010s, I was consistently getting like 40s and 50,000. So, you know, we're probably never gonna get back to there because I also had a car, so I was like driving, listening to music in the car. But I think me focusing on really listening to things both at work and like working out, obviously I listen to a lot of music when I run. I'm really proud of the number. 34, I think that's great for this year. Maybe next year we'll shoot for even higher, but I am proud of that number. Your biggest listening day was May 31st with 397 minutes. Where do you find the time? I don't know. I wonder what day of the week that was. I'm wondering if that was a weekday. I think it was just me probably like listening to music all day while I worked. I feel like I listened to a lot of stuff. I had a lot of like work in May that like I could listen to music in the background with, and it was fine. Like I could still focus. So I'm just gonna guess that I was listening to like a lot of music while I worked. Ooh, I like this. You played more Taylor. You played 4,015 songs this year. All right. And one song again and again and again. Oh, is this gonna be my top song? It's gonna be Fortnite, isn't it? Yeah. Your top song was Fortnite featuring Post Malone by Taylor Swift. Yeah, that is like that's like one of my probably like least favorites from the album, but I feel like that's gonna be a lot of people's top song if they listen to this album a lot because it's the first track of the album. So that's probably why. I also feel like Spotify pushed it a bit more. I don't really understand the hype of this song, to be honest. Like, I know that it's nominated for a bunch of like Grammys and things, I think, and I think there's so many better songs on this album. This is definitely my most listened to album this year because I just love this album so much. I was listening to it so much. It's also a really long album. It's 31 songs, I think. So I'm not surprised that this is there. It's just like, this is not my favorite song from this album, but It makes sense. Oh my gosh. Okay, you were in the top 0.05% of listeners globally. That's kind of embarrassing. Like, I just feel like there's so many better songs. I don't really understand why she made this a single. Like, I like the song, obviously. I'm not skipping it, but there's just so many better songs on the album. I mean, it's catchy and it's fun, but top 0.05% of listeners? Damn. I wonder if Taylor is my top artist, which she has to be, I wonder what that percentage is gonna be. Last year, when she was my top artist, I was top 7%, and I thought that was a big deal just because she has like so many fans. But that's like crazy. Oh my gosh. All right. You streamed it 41 times starting April 19th, which was the day that the album came out. Commitment never sounded so good. 41 times. That means I listened to the album probably like at least 40 times. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. Because I would just shuffle the whole album. More Taylor. Well, it's not a competition. There is a leaderboard. Oh, top songs! Yep. Yep. Yeah, they're literally all from the album. The Torture Poets Department by Taylor. This was 100% probably like my album of the year. I know that, you know, obviously I haven't come out with my album of the year like ratings yet, and so I'm not gonna say that is for sure, but it's definitely gonna be on that list. I love this album so much. As somebody who's an alto, by the way, like I grew up taking singing lessons and I was an alto in musical theater and everything. This album is so fun to sing along to. So that's another reason I've been playing it so much, is I mean, I love the lyrics and I love the vibe, obviously, but it's just so much fun to sing along to. I did finally just order the anthology on vinyl since it just came out last week, so I'm really excited to get that. But yeah, I love this album by her. I feel like it did get a lot of, you know, interesting different critiques when it first came out, and it definitely grew on me, because at first I was like, this is such a sad album, but the more I listened to it, the more I really appreciated the lyrics, and I just love singing along to this album. Like, that is the truth. And I would just shuffle it like so much, and it's a 2-hour long album, but I would just constantly have it on shuffle. So this is not a surprise. It's kind of a bummer because there's just no, like, it's all from one album. There's no variety. But I'm not surprised at all. I really do love this album, and I am very excited to be seeing the Era for it at the Eras tour this weekend, because, you know, the first half, obviously, of the tour did not have this as, you know, part of the show. So I am very excited for that. Thing is, though, like, looking at this, these are probably some of my, like, least favorite songs from the album, which is kind of sad. Like, Down Bad is good. Down Bad I like. I Can Do With a Broken Heart, it's fun. And Florida, I feel the same way. Like, those two are fun. I do love Who's Afraid of Little Old Me. That's one of my top from the album, but my favorite from the album is I Hate It Here. I also love I Look in People's Windows, Guilty as Sin. I do have other songs from this album that I love more, so I'm kind of bummed it was these that made it. But like I said, I was mostly just putting the album on shuffle, so it's kind of going to be a random pick anyways. Ooh, you've changed and so has your listening. Ooh, 2024 Music Evolution, and I hear some 1975 in the background. Music Evolution. December. Oh, okay. I love stuff like this. January was your sweater weather permanent wave indie phase. That's a mouthful. Okay. You were really into artists like 1975, Arctic Monkeys, and Matt Karakees. That sounds like January. Okay, so they're not showing me every month. April. April was all Torture Poets. April was your Pink Pilates Princess Strut Pop season. Okay. You were all about artists like Taylor Swift, Halsey, Sabrina Carpenter. Yes, a lot of pop girlies listened to this year, 100%. September. Oh, Trophy Eyes. I was supposed to see them and then I couldn't go, but I did listen to a lot of them. September was your mall goth guidance pop punk moment. You were big on artists like State Champs, Story So Far, and Knuckle Puck. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I do love my pop punk, as y'all know, especially when it hits the fall, September hits. I was 100% in my pop punk moment. A lot of the year, I will say, I was very like pop girly focused because of like knowing I was gonna see Taylor, and then the Sabrina Carpenter album came out, and the new Halsey album came out. Like, it was definitely a pop girly year for me, but you know, I still know my roots and I still have my pop punk moments. It's time for top artists, I bet. You listened to 1,209 artists. I feel like that's more than last year. I like that number. I'm happy about that. but one has a special place in your heart and ears. Yup. Yup. Taylor Swift is your top artist of the year for a second year in a row. Your longest listening streak was 12 days. What does that mean, listening streak? Oh, does that mean like she just showed up 12 days in a row? Honestly, I'm surprised it wasn't longer than that, but I guess that's over a week, so. I wonder if that was recent. Top 2% fan. Oh, wow. Okay, so I definitely went up. I was 7% last year. I don't remember the minutes spent, but it definitely was not this many. So now I'm a top 2% fan, and I spent 6,074 minutes together, which honestly, I'm surprised it's not more. Like when you think of my 34,000 minutes total, I thought it would be more. But I mean, honestly, I'm fine with it. I mean, like, I'm glad I was also listening to other things. And like I said, when I work, a lot of those minutes were just like me shuffling Spotify's lo-fi playlist. So that's, you know, not gonna be her. But yeah, 2% fan. I've been literally like studying her music all year for this show this weekend, and I'm so excited because I want to, you know, hopefully increase my chances of knowing a surprise song and things like that. And I've also just really, like, you know, fallen even more in love with her and her songwriting and everything this year. So I'm not surprised. You know, last year it was really new and exciting for me to have her as my top artist, and I was not expecting it. It wasn't necessarily a surprise, but I just didn't think I listened to her enough. You know, after seeing the movie last year, really made me want to go to the show, and I was just listening to the Eras Tour set list so much for the movie. And then I was really like just listening to Folklore and Evermore. Those are my favorite albums by her, but I was listening to them a lot in the winter. And then Christmas last year, I got the opportunity to buy myself an Eras Tour ticket, and I was like, I'm gonna go. And I've been waiting for the show this weekend for a year, and then I knew, I was like, okay, I'm going. I gotta study her. I gotta learn. And because I mean, I grew up with her obviously, but I didn't know everything. And with the surprise songs, I wanted to just dive in more to her discography. So all that to say, this is not a surprise. I knew it was gonna be her this year, and I'm very happy about it. It was definitely the year of her, and I'm so excited to see her live this weekend. You overachiever. Okay. Ooh, some Halsey. Who else got a lot of play this year? Okay, here's gonna be my other artist. It's definitely Halsey. Big reveal in 3, 2, 1. Give me some pop punk in there, please, at least. Oh, slay! Okay, I'm happy about this. I am bummed that Knuckle Puck didn't make it, because I think they were at least 5 last year. They fell off this year. They're still my boys, don't y'all worry. They're still my favorite band. I didn't forget about them. I'm seeing them at the Copacetic show in January. I'm so excited. But okay, otherwise, I'm really happy with this. We got Taylor Swift, Halsey. She was number 2 last year. She's pretty much always there. Knocked Loose, which I don't know if Knocked Loose have ever been on my top. I feel like if they have, it was maybe 2021, because I was listening to like a ton of hardcore that year, but it's been many years if they've ever been on here. Dance Gavin Dance, they were my top artist for like 3 years in a row. It might have been, I think it was maybe 2019, 2020, and 2021, I want to guess. And it's cool to see them back here. I mean, I do love them. I listen to them a lot when I work out, and I still just, I mean, I still really love them. So it's cool to see them back here. And then we got The Story So Far as number 5. I thought The Story So Far was actually gonna be a little bit higher because I love their album that came out this year, and I just recently saw them. Like, I'm kind of surprised that they aren't higher than Knocked Loose, but I will say that I did see Knocked Loose in the spring, and I was listening to their new album a ton, and just really got back into them and just was listening to them a lot in the winter. So that's why they're here, and I still love them. They're my favorite hardcore band. And yeah, this is great. It's a great list. I did think that State Champs was maybe gonna show up because I listened to them a lot, and they kept coming up on my like monthly top artists, but I guess they didn't make the final 5. But yeah, I'm actually really happy with this list. It's great to see a good mixture of my moods. Like, I am a Swemo, you know what I mean? Like Swiftie emo, like that's just shown right here, and it's great. And they got a little Halsey playing in the background, which we love to see. More Taylor. Oh, look, it's like we have company. Oh, is it gonna be her again? Is she gonna call me again? Yep.
I just wanted to say thank you so much for being one of my top listeners on Spotify. That's so nice of you. I look back on this year and I think about how special you guys made it for us being on the Eras Tour. Went all over the world. We went to Europe, Australia, Asia, back through America, then to Canada. And so thank you if you came to see the show. Thank you for streaming the music. It's just been such a wild ride, and I really appreciate everything you guys have done, including listening to my music so much. So cool.
Ah! She did that last year. I remember it was like, ring ring, someone's calling, and then she showed up on my screen and I freaked out. Aw, that's super cute. I love that. And I love, like, obviously having it in this video just to have it saved because I'm so excited to, I listened to her so much this year, like I said, and I'm so excited to see the Eras Tour. I just feel like the whole year's been like leading up to the show. Like I've just been listening to her so much in preparation, and so I'm just so excited. And more Taylor. Thanks for coming along for the ride. Until we meet again. This one was kind of short this year. Is that it? Oh yeah, that's it. Wow. And then we got all the different ones. These are cool this year. I like these colors. Ooh, I feel like I like the black. I think I like the black with the blue. It's a vibe. Wow, so there we go. All right, well, there we go. That's my little screenshot there, right there. And yeah, no, I really love this. I'm kind of bummed that all the top songs, well, okay, I knew all the top songs were gonna be from that album. I'm just like bummed that I wish some of my other faves had shown up over like Florida, I think is like one of my least favorites on the album, but it's fine. But yeah, no, overall I'm really proud of this. I'm really proud that the minutes listened was higher, and yeah, no, this is great. I do feel like the slideshow was a little bit short this year. Like in the past it's been really long. Like last year they had like a bunch more things, so this was kind of just like the basics. I guess the month thing was kind of cool, but otherwise there wasn't a ton of special stuff this year. Though I do like that they included like the video from your top artist thanking you. That was sweet. Now I'm hoping that we still have a top songs for this year, but to be honest, I'm not seeing it, which is a little bit concerning because usually in your Wrapped it says like your top songs playlist. I'm seeing top tracks of USA, but I'm not seeing my own. Oh my god, did they not give me one this year? That's so sad. Wait. Okay, folks, I think I found it. I had to literally go in and like search your top songs 2024. Okay, but I found it. So if you're having trouble finding yours, because it wasn't in the Wrapped section, and also they didn't mention it in the slideshow. So it does exist, by the way, and if you're trying to find it, just search up your top songs 2024. That was very odd that I had to look through it like that. But okay, now we are going to go through it really quickly, and I'm gonna react to my top 100 songs like I normally do. All right, so we're gonna start at the beginning here. Of course, we're starting with Fortnite. It is a good opening to the album. I just feel like it's a little repetitive. Then we got Down Bad. I Can Do It With a Broken Heart. Florida. Who's Afraid of Little Old Me? That's 5. Espresso. Yeah, okay, I honestly thought that Espresso might have shown up on my top. Like, I'm kind of surprised that it didn't make the top because, yeah, this is a bop this year. This was like song of the summer. I mean, everyone knew this song. Oh, I'm a god. I'm a problem. This is still my favorite Halsey album, and this is such a bop. We love to see it on here. Oh, okay. This is another thing. I thought maybe Billie would show up because I loved her new album so much. I have it on vinyl. It sounds incredible on vinyl. It's also one of those albums like you have to listen to like in order. It's like when I shuffle it, it like makes me laugh because it just sounds weird shuffled because it just is that cohesive, but such a bop, amazing album. So yeah, I think there's probably her, I'm guessing that her whole album of Hit Me Hard and Soft is gonna be on this list. Guilty as Sin. See, I wish this was on my top because I love this song from the album. Drowning in the blue light, send me downtown lights. Dead Ringer. Okay, there's Smock Loose pretty early on, but I guess it makes sense if they're my third. Oh, okay, As It Was by Harry. This is on my summer playlist, and it's just a bop. It's a classic at this point. Birds of a Feather. The singles are showing up. Fantastic song. This song is great. Torture Poets Department. Nice. I do feel like this, well, first off, I know that the whole Torture Poets album is on here, so that's taking up about a third of this playlist, but I feel like it's also going to be the entire Billie album and maybe the entire Sabrina Carpenter album too, because I did listen to Short and Sweet quite a lot. Ooh, okay. We got Taylor by Trash Boat. This is on my running playlist. I have a playlist for long runs, and I did race in 2 different races this year that were long. I did a 10K again, and then I ran in my first ever 10-mile race. And so, you know, I was listening to these songs in that playlist when I was doing those races, but also to train when I would do long runs. I was listening to this long run playlist. So I wonder if more songs are gonna show up from that playlist. Oh, we got Blue Eyed Boy by Trophy Eyes. Love it. Oh my god, okay, got Kill Bill by SZA. Some of you guys might remember this was my top song of last year, and I called it, like I knew it. And it's great to see it's still on here. The Bolter, see, like, oh, this is one of my faves. Counts, she almost drowned when she was 6 in frigid water. Oh, we got Bella Bill by Knocked Loose. I'm like hyped to see this is gonna be such a funny playlist to shuffle because it's gonna be so chill and poppy until like Knocked Loose show up. Oh yes, I also feel like this whole Story So Far album is gonna make it on here. We got Letterman, Bops. Oh yes! Lucky to Get Him by Ali and AJ. Their album, the Touch of the Beat album, this album I listened to a lot in like the spring, just rediscovering it. I already knew it, but I love this album so much. I Can Fix It, No Really I Can. Ooh, we got some old Halsey showing up in the mix. Roman Holiday, fantastic. I still shuffle Halsey a lot because she's my favorite singer. Oh yes, Jump the Gun, Story So Far. This is one of my favorites from the album. And seeing them live was so fun, playlist. Ooh. When is Short and Sweet gonna show up? We got Nonsense, a classic by her. This is on my top from this album. Smallest Man Who Ever Lived is like definitely at least in my top 5. It might be in my top 3. It's fantastic. Like the bridge just kills me every time. I can't wait to hear this live. Oh yes, we got my favorite 1975 song, Love It If We Made It. I think that this was one of my top songs last year, and I'm glad to see it showing up here. Oh, okay. Some newer Knocked Loose. This is definitely from their show, Everything Is Quiet Now. Oh, we got Feather on here? Okay. No, great bops, honestly. It's not hard to destroy me. My body feels so weak and fragile. I think that I need you here by me. I also kind of rediscovered, well not rediscovered, but like I was playing my old like pop punk album that I made in like 2018. And so that might be why this is on here, but this is also like one of my top favorite Bearing songs. All This Time, Story So Far. Ooh, Neck Deep. I forgot we saw them in the beginning of the year. We saw them in, I think, February on their self-titled like album tour. And so, yeah, maybe more of them will show up too. So High School. Ceilings. Y'all know this song like already. This is like her biggest song. I was listening to her a lot this year too, actually. Her most recent album, I think it's called Older. I was listening to that a lot, but Ceilings is like still my favorite by her. Big Blind. This was the first single, I think, for the album. Fantastic song. Oh, Honey, one of my faves. I'm kind of surprised that more Halsey isn't showing up since she was my top artist, or my second top artist. Oh, The Prophecy. Oh my god, this is one of my faves too. Oh, it's so sad. This album is so sad, but it's so fun to sing along to because in that alto tone. I just love it so much. Oh, we got some Jetty Bones. Go off, Jetty Bones. Love Kelsey. I need her to tour again. This is a bop. I spin this vinyl a lot. I love this album. Keep You Around, Story So Far. I was right about this album being on here. Oh, yes. Okay, I forgot about her. I got into Maisie Peters in January. Like, this was my top album, I think, for January. And I just like was listening to it a ton, and then like a little bit like throughout the winter and the spring, and then I kept coming back to certain songs. This might have been one of them, but I'm happy to see her on here. This is my favorite song from the anthology. Quick, tell me something awful. I Hate It Here is so good. Please play this as my surprise song. The problem is at this point going to the show, there's like everything's already been played, so it's a struggle, but I love this song. Colors by Halsey. We got a little bit of a classic. Oh my god, a bop. Yes, I feel like this made my top songs like 100, playlist last year too. Start All Over, Miley Cyrus. I was running to this for a bit as well, and this is just such a bop. Like if you want to get like fired up, listen to Start All Over. Stomach by Ally and AJ. Nice. This album is just so fantastic. This happens once every few lifetimes. With the tats underneath, I got the breath of the last cigarette on my teeth. This is my like party song. Not that I even partied that much this year, but this is just, it puts me in such a bop mood. Oh, Lonely is the Muse. Okay, I'm so happy that some of Halsey's new album showed up on here, and this was one of the singles, so I was listening to it for a while. This is like my favorite song from the album. It's so good. Ooh. Got God Knows But Not Lose. I'm gonna get you back. Still in my way. Oh, Girl Is a Gun. Yes. With no hands around me. Yes. Oh, December. This like still shows up. It's so funny. I mean, I think it's probably because they played it in January and I was listening to it a lot then, but beautiful tune. The manuscript. Okay. Those notes. I'm not the only one, but if you're a Halsey fan as well as a Taylor fan, the beginning of this song reminds me of Lie by Halsey. Tell me I'm wrong. It's the same damn note. It's the same note. Someone in the comments, like, tell me it's the same note. Watch You Go. Oh, bops. Oh, we got some Paramore. Paramore was on my top artists last year, so it's cool to see them showing up still. Still Into You is a bop. Oh, we got some Hot Molly. No Shoes in the Coffee Shop. I definitely haven't really listened to them that much this year, but it is nice to see them showing up here. The Albatross. Oh, yes. Heavy Gloom. Oh. That's All, Jetty Bones. 11:21. Time for love. Oh, gosh. Got a body here to bury. Oh, I look at people's windows. This is such an underrated song. Apparently this is the one that people skip a lot when listening to it. Like, don't even. Like, this is an underrated song. And it's so short. It's like 2 minutes. Like, why would you skip it? It's a great song. White Shores. This song is so sad, but the build up at the end is so good. And it was so good live. Like, I'm so happy they played it. Ooh, What Hurts the Most Trophy Eyes. This is a bit surprising. But I do like this album by them. Their latest album. Oh, Don't Need Nothing, Ally and AJ. Cassandra. This song grew on me. I think it's still low in my list ranking the album, but it did grow on me. Nothing to Say. Oh, Want You Back, Maisie Peters. Maisie's getting so much hate since she went on the Eras tour, and y'all, listen to this album. It's fantastic. Ooh, wow. April by Beach Bunny. Man, they haven't been on my top in a while. I still like, I guess, listen to them, but not as much as I used to. Or if I listen to them, I'll just spin the record, I feel like, more than like stream it. Thank you, Amy. I was waiting for that one. I Want to Disappear, this title track of the album. Ooh, Choke. I wonder if this is on my running playlist. And that's why that's here. This is here. I mean, it's a great song. I'm just surprised. Yes. Escapism. Yeah, this is on my playlist last year, and it's a bop. Peter. Oh, Nerve. Oh my god, a classic. This is probably from my like gals playlist that I have. Like I have like a Valentine's Day playlist, and it's probably why this is here. Oh, I was waiting for some Chappell Roan. Yeah, I was listening to her a lot like the second half of the year, or the second, like third of the year, I guess, like in the fall. But Pink Pony Club, a classic. Clarabow. Oh, yes, 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 yes. I'm glad so much of this album is showing up because it's beautiful. Oh, yeah, Good Days by SZA. Great song. What is the, oh my god. I was like, what is this song? Promises of Utopia. I bet this sounds like it's lo-fi. And I was wondering, because when I work, I listen to just shuffling like the Spotify lo-fi beats playlist, which they do update weekly, so it's not like it's always the same songs. but I was wondering if any of those would show up on here because I just listened to that so much while I worked, and it looks like they did. So that's why this is here. I wonder if there's gonna be any more of those. My boy only breaks his favorite toys. Oh, Chihiro. Oh my god, give me more from this album. I love this album so much. Ooh, Forced to Stay, Not Lose. Oh my god, a fucking bop. This is my favorite Meet Me at the Altar song. I forgot about this. This is also on my long run playlist. Love of My Life, or Loss of My Life, I guess I should say. Rome, Story So Far. Ooh, here's some Knocked Loose from their new album. I was waiting for it. Don't Reach For Me. Yes. Great. Oh, we got Karma. I was wondering if Karma would show. Okay, so here's something that's not from Torture Poets. Because that's not all I listened to by her this year, guys. Oh, Perfect Score. There's some state champs. I saw them in September at their Late Night Riot Fest show, so I'm glad they're showing up here. Oh my god, yes. One of my favorite Knocked Loose songs, Trapped in the Grasp of a Memory. There's a blood on the floor, on the floor. Wow, good to see some floor showing up. I think this was my top song of my birthday month of March, because I turned 24, but I also just like love this song. Okay, Cruel Summer. I was kind of waiting for this one to show up. Oh, Shape Up. This is on my running playlist. Oh yes, with Mistakes Like Fractures. This might also be on my running playlist too. Pretty Places. I'm glad so much of this album is showing up. I love Ali and AJ so much. But Daddy, I love him. I'm excited to hear this one live. Oh, Not Living If It's Not With You. This is on my playlist with me and my boyfriend, so it's nice to see this showing up. Very cute song. Like, the stark difference is so funny to me. Listen. Listen is great. Ever listen. That's how I sing it. That's it, guys. That was my top songs of 2024. Wow, well there you guys go. I will say that I didn't get a ton of surprises this year, which is fine. Like, I feel like I really kind of predicted it well. Like I said, I'm super happy with my top artists. I'm surprised only one lo-fi song showed up in my top. I mean, I'm happy about it, but I would have thought honestly more would show up. It's kind of funny that one did, but yeah, that top 100 song playlist is fun. A lot of Taylor. It's a lot of like girly pop with like Knocked Loose and Story So Far thrown in there, which is honestly who I am at this point. Like, it's one or the other. There's no in between. But as usual, this was so much fun to film. I love looking back at these, and I love just having my reactions recorded and looking at these every year. Please let me know in the comments below what your top songs were and who your top artists were, because I love to hear. I love seeing people's raps. Let me know how many minutes you guys listened to. And we'll see if Taylor ends up being, I don't know, my top again next year. Obviously the Eras Tour's ending, so, you know, I might stop listening to her as much as I do now. I don't know, maybe she'll do 3 years in a row. I love the video and the message and all that. Super, super cute. So yeah, I'm really happy with my Wrapped, and it was super fun to look at it. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you guys liked it. And other than that, I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.